Welcome to this presentation on when to use Form 1099 MISC, Miscellaneous Information, and Form 1099 NEC, Non-Employee Compensation. I'm Kathy. Before I begin, please know the information in this presentation is an official guidance. The IRS created Form 1099 NEC, which is used to report non-employee compensation, beginning with tax year 2020. The Protecting Americans from Tax Hikes Act of 2015, or PATH, sped up the due date to file Form 1099 NEC from February 28th to January 31st. Treasury regulations eliminated the automatic 30-day extension for forms that include non-employee compensation. After we created Form 1099 NEC, we changed some of the box numbers on Form 1099 MISC to report certain income. For example, some of the changes on Form 1099 MISC include: we moved the checkbox for payer-made direct sales of $5,000 or more to Box 7. Crop insurance proceeds are now reported in Box 9. Gross proceeds paid to an attorney, which used to be reported in Box 14, are now reported in Box 10. Section 409A deferrals are reported in Box 12. Non-qualified deferred compensation income is reported in Box 14. Boxes 15, 16, and 17 report state taxes withheld, state identification number, and the amount of income earned in the state. You should file Form 1099 MISC for each person to whom you have paid during the year at least $10 in royalties or broker payments in lieu of dividends or tax-exempt interest, or at least $600 in these items: rents, prizes and awards, other income payments, medical and health care payments, crop insurance proceeds, generally the cash paid from a notional principal contract to an individual, partnership, or estate, gross proceeds paid to an attorney, any fishing boat proceeds, Section 409A deferrals, and non-qualified deferred compensation. You must file Form 1099 MISC for each person from whom you withheld any federal income tax under the backup withholding rules, regardless of the amount you paid them. Report this in Box 4. You may file either Form 1099 MISC or Form 1099 NEC to report sales totaling $5,000 or more of consumer products to a person on a buy-sell, deposit commission, or other commission basis for resale. Now let's move on to the Form 1099 NEC. Use this form to report non-employee compensation, which used to be reported on Form 1099 MISC in Box 7. You should complete and send a Form 1099 NEC to any non-employee or business to whom you paid at least $600 in fees, commissions, or other forms of compensation for services, including parts and materials they performed for your business or for payments you made to an attorney. Also, for anyone from whom you withheld federal income tax under the backup withholding rules, regardless of the amount you paid. Report this in Box 4. You should send a Form 1099 NEC or MISC to any limited liability company, or LLC, which is a disregarded entity LLC, or a partnership LLC. If you're unsure if the business is an LLC, C Corporation, or S Corporation, review the Form W-9 you received from the vendor who performed the work. Forms 1099 MISC or NEC are not required for payments you make to businesses that sell physical products or goods rather than provide services, nor are they required for payments to a C Corporation or an S Corporation, unless the payment is for medical or healthcare payments or legal services. We made some more changes to Forms 1099 MISC and NEC in 2021. We changed the title for the Form 1099 MISC from Miscellaneous Income to Miscellaneous Information. We added Box 2 to Form 1099 NEC for direct sales reporting. Payers may either use Box 2 on Form 1099 NEC or Box 7 on Form 1099 MISC to report any sales totaling $5,000 or more of consumer products for resale, on-buy sell, deposit commission, or any other basis. Now let's talk about due dates. The due dates for information returns, like Forms 1099 MISC and 1099 NEC, help the IRS detect refund fraud by verifying income individuals report on their tax returns. Payers can help support that process and avoid penalties by filing the forms on time and without errors. The IRS recommends e-file as the quickest, most accurate, and convenient way to file these forms. If you're filing 250 or more information returns, you must e-file them. The filing deadlines for Form 1099 MISC and 1099 NEC are different. Beginning with the tax year 2020, you must file Form 1099 NEC with the IRS and issue it to the recipient by January 31st of the following year, whether you file on paper or electronically. As the payer, you must send copies of Form 1099 NEC, Copy A to the IRS, and Copy B and Copy 2 to any non-employee by January 31st. The Form 1099 MISC deadline is February 28th if you file on paper and March 31st if you file electronically. If the deadline falls on a weekend or holiday, then it's moved to the next business day. You can get an automatic 30-day extension to file by completing Form 8809. You must file the form with the IRS by the due date of the return. However, this automatic 30-day extension doesn't apply to the Form 1099 NEC. For more information on these forms, see the instructions for Form 1099 MISC and 1099 NEC on irs.gov. Thank you for watching.